Galaxy Zack. Hello, Nebulon by Ray Orion. Chapters 4, 5, and 6. Chapter 4, What a House! The Nelson's car flew through the air above Nebulon. 122 Zoid view directly below, said the car. It slowed down as it approached a large house. The house was shiny white. The car glided softly into the big rounded... Take a look at it. Ooh, cool windows. Rounded garage. It parked next to a smaller, red car. Destination reached, announced the car. Then the engine shut off. Well, Nelsons, we're home, Dad announced. Who wants a tour? Me, Charlotte shouted. And me, Kathy agreed. Zack? Sure, I guess, Zack said, shrugging. Oh, I think you're really going to like this place, Zack, Dad said. First stop, the kitchen. Dad walked over to a round door in the garage. He went into a tiny room. That's the kitchen? Asked Zack. Nope, this is the elevator. Come on in, everyone. The whole family stepped into the elevator. The door closed with a whoosh. The elevator took off going sideways. Look at it. Elevator connects all the sections of the house, explained Dad. It travels through tubes. It goes up, down, forward, and backward. The elevator glided to a stop and the doors slid open. Mom stepped into a huge kitchen. Wow, she said. Welcome home, Mr. Nelson, said a voice that seemed to be coming from every corner of the room. How you doing, Ira? Dad replied. Ira? Mom asked. Who's Ira? Where's Ira? Asked the twins. What's Ira? Zack asked. Ira, IRA, is short for Indoor Robotic Assistant, Dad explained. He's a computer, but he's so much more. Ira is part of an electrical, mechanical, computer, and communication system of every room in the house. Hi, Ira, said Jack, giggling a bit. I'm talking to the house, he thought. Welcome home, Master Zack, Ira replied. And the house is talking to me. You don't have to call me Master Zack, said Zack. Just Zack is fine. Very well, Master Just Zack, Ira said. The whole family chuckled. And welcome to you too, Mrs. Nelson, Miss Charlotte, Miss Kathy. Oh, I like being called Miss, said the twins. So who's thirsty after a long journey? Dad asked. Can I have some orange juice? Asked Zack. Just plain orange juice? Dad smiled, and his eyes opened wide. How about a jazzy Nebulon juice? Sure, I guess, Zack said. Ira, can we please have a spudsy melonade? Certainly, Mr. Nelson, Ira said. A small panel opened in the small panel in the wall slid open. Out popped a metal arm holding a glass of frosty, bubbling juice. Here is your spudsy melonade, Master Just Jack, said Ira. Zack looked at the glass with wide eyes. Thanks, Ira, he said. Then Zack took it and gulped down the cool drink. Sweet, spudsy melonade rules. Maybe this place won't be so bad after all, he thought. Look at his face. Chapter 5, Wired. Why don't you kids check out your new bedrooms before dinner, said Dad. Zack and the twins stepped into the elevator. The door closed behind them and the elevator took off. A moment later, the elevator slowed to a stop. The door slid open. Zack stared into a large bedroom. It was covered in pink. Frilly curtains hung from the windows. Zack shuddered. Ugh, this is your stop, he said to his sisters. Ooh, said Kathy and Charlotte, running into the room. The door zipped shut and the elevator sped off. A couple of seconds later, it stopped and the door opened. Now this is my room, said Zack, smiling. He stepped into the bedroom. The walls were green. So were the carpets and the curtain. Most things in the room were green. Green was Zack's favorite color. Zack spotted a huge desk. A computer touchpad was built into the desktop. The entire wall in front of it was a giant view screen. Look at that. Oh my goodness. That's awfully big for a computer monitor, Zack said. He touched the screen. Suddenly he was looking at a hello Zack message, then zillions of stars in space. Wow, this is so cool, he said. I can see the whole galaxy. Zack searched the stars and the planets around Nebulon for a few minutes. Then he looked around the room. Hey, Zack said, where's my bed? Are you ready for bed, Master Just Jack? Ira asked. Zack jumped at the sound of his voice. Are you in here too, Ira? Zack asked. I am wired throughout the house, Ira explained. Here is your bed. A panel from the ceiling opened, and a bed came down from above. The bed had a pillow with a matching green pillowcase and blanket. Cool, Zack said. Thanks, Ira, but it's too early for bed. Very well, Ira said. The bed went back into the ceiling. You mean I don't have to make my bed every morning? Asked Zack. Sweet. Zack, honey, called Mom through the commu-link. Dinner time. Zack scooted into the elevator and rode to the dining room. He took a seat at the table that floated in midair. Charlotte and Kathy sat across from him. Mom and Dad sat on the other side. So, Mom, what's for dinner? Zack asked. Are we going out? No need, said Dad. A big cheery smile spread across his face. He turned to the twins. Girls, what would you like for dinner? Spaghetti, they both shouted. You got it. Zack? I want a pepperoni pizza, Zack replied. No problem, said Dad. Your mother and I will have grilled salmon with baked potatoes. Where are we going to get all that, Dad? Zack asked. Right here. Ira, 2 spaghetti dinners, 1 pepperoni pizza, and 2 plates of grilled salmon with baked potatoes. Right away, Mr. Nelson, said Ira. Ira cooks too? Zack wondered aloud. A panel in the ceiling slid open. 5 plates of steaming hot food floated down and landed on the table. Zack pulled a slice of pizza from the pie. It had crispy star-shaped pepperoni slices that floated on the top of the gooey cheese. As Zack took his first bite, he suddenly realized just how hungry he was. Wow, said Zack, this pizza is great. It tastes just like pizza at the Tip Top Pizza back on Earth. You know, I think living on Nebulon might not be that bad after all. I'm so glad, honey, Mom said. After dinner, we can make sure that you and your sisters are all ready for tomorrow. Tomorrow? Zack asked through a mouthful of pizza. Look at that. Yes, we registered you at Sprocket's Academy, Mom explained. Tomorrow you start school on Nebulon. School, Zack thought. He stopped chewing his pizza. Zack remembered his nightmare about school and his monstrous classmates and 2-headed snake teacher. I forgot all about school. That's what's in his imagination, I think. Ready, set, school. Zack went to bed after dinner. He tossed and turned for most of the night. What if nobody at school likes me, he worried. What if they think that people from Earth are weird? I wish Bert were here. After staring at the ceiling for hours, Zack finally fell into a deep sleep. The next morning, a strangely familiar voice woke him up. Good morning, Master Just Zack. It is time to get ready for school. Zack sat upright in bed. Ira, is that you? He asked, rubbing his sleep from his eyes. Yes, it is 6 a.m. Galactic Standard Time. You set the alarm for that time. Yes, but I didn't expect you to wake me up, Zack explained. Back on Earth, my alarm clock played my favorite song to wake me up. What is your favorite song? Asked Ira. Oh, Ira, I don't think you'd know it, Zack said. It's called Rockin' Round the Stars. It's by an Earth band called Retro Rocket, Ira said. It was released 2001-17. Suddenly the song came blasting into Zack's room. You know Rockin' Round the Stars? Zack cried. Certainly. My memory banks contain more than 6 million songs from 23 different planets. Cool. Can you wake me up with that song from now on? Of course, Ira replied. Now hurry. You will be late for school. Zack rushed into the bathroom and stepped into the shower. Now what? A blast of water startled Zack. Yeah! Cried Zack. It's too cold. Adjusting, said Ira. The water quickly became the right temperature. Shall I save that shower setting for you? You do everything, don't you? Yes, I do, replied Ira. Zack got dressed and zoomed into the kitchen. He ate toast with boy- Boeing berry jam, which was made from a berry that grew on Venus. Okay, everybody, have a great day, Dad said. I have an early meeting with Fred Stevens. I'll be driving the red Nebulonics car. Bye. After Dad left, Mom hurried Zack and the twins into the green car. Are you sure you know how to work this thing, Mom? Asked Zack. Dad showed me, Mom replied. I just push this button and say, Sprockets Academy. As soon as she did, the car zoomed into the air. Zzz. When they arrived at Sprockets Academy, a Nebulite man stepped up to the car to greet them. Welcome to Sprockets Academy, he said. My name is Mr. Spudnik. I am the principal. Nice to meet you, said Mom. This is Zack, Kathy, and Charlotte. The three kids got out of the car. There they go. Kathy and Charlotte will be in Phase 5, Mr. Spudnik explained, and Zack will be in Phase 2. I will show you the way. Bye, kids, Mom shouted as Zack and the twins followed Mr. Spudnik. Have a great day. They dropped Charlotte and Kathy at their classroom. Then Mr. Spudnik and Zack reached Zack's classroom. Miss Rudolph, this is Zack Nelson. His family just moved to Nebulon from Earth, Mr. Spudnik said. Zack, this is your teacher, Miss Rudolph. Welcome, Zack, said Miss Rudolph. You know I'm from Earth too. You are? Zack asked. Doesn't look like the creatures he was imagining, does it? I moved to Nebulon about a year ago, Miss Rudolph explained. At first I missed Earth terribly, but now I can't imagine living anywhere but Nebulon. I think in time you'll feel the same way. Zack found a seat and sat down. Miss Rudolph seems really nice, Zack thought, and Nebulites speak English. That'll make things a little easier. Class, I would like you all to meet Zack Nelson, Miss Rudolph said. The eyes turned to face Zack. Everyone in the room was staring right at him. That always feels funny being new. And that's where we are stopping, excuse me. Yippee wah wah. Ray O'Ryan has written 18 Galaxy Jack books. I sure hope you're loving them. Colin Jack has done some fabulous illustrations in many books.